Hey guys, Zoroarrkk here, and today I'm bringing you guys another video, and today I'm going to be doing the top 5 things, I don't know why I said top 5, but the 5 things that Super Mystery Dungeon did wrong. Now, spoilers alert here guys, if you haven't played the game, you don't want to spoil the story and some of the stuff, then I highly recommend you don't watch this video. I do appreciate that you came here, but this is spoiler filled. So, the first thing they didn't do right is they didn't put too much time between the story. Now, I know that sounds actually a good thing because you want to complete the story, you want to, keep going through it, but it really hurts you later on in the game. So, I don't know whether it's just the way I play in the game, or whether it's, not having enough time and stuff, but after I beat Dark Matter, I pretty much ran out of most of my reviver seeds. I had like 6 reviver seeds left, and then I also had 2 aurum berries, and the next 2 dungeons you have to go through on your own, 4 dungeons, and you had to get through them on your own with your partner, without your partner, because you're actually, you've lost your partner at this point, because it's in the epilogue. And I tried to do this, and one of the dungeons, I believe it was Mystery Jungle, the one you find Mew at the end, it took me 12 tries to get through it. It took me 1 try, my first attempt, to beat Dark Matter. A dungeon shouldn't be harder than the final boss. I don't know whether it was because I'd been choosing the easy missions throughout the game, or I hadn't brought enough items, or I was like really under leveled because I was level 24 and other people were apparently level 27. But I struggled doing that dungeon for some reason, and I just don't think that I had enough time between days in the story to really level up. I mean, the last 2 dungeons you actually go into in the main story, the Tree of Life Roots and Trunk, you can't gain XP from that. You can't gain XP. You don't gain XP at all in those dungeons. And I just feel like that might have hurt. And that one's a really nitpicky, because I couldn't really think of anything else to really say in this. Because there's one thing I would want to say, but I'm leaving it for the stupid episode later on this week. So that's the number 1 thing. The number 2 thing is the lack of side missions. Now, what I mean by side missions is I don't mean the dungeon missions and stuff like that. That's not what I mean at all. I mean the, if you go on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, I never finished Gates to Infinity, so I don't even know if you really unlock these, whether they existed or not. But in Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky, you can actually play as some of the guild members in their own things. I remember there was one with a Bidoof, and you had to go and find a perfect apple, I believe, for Wigglytuff, I think. But there was other ones where I think you had to play as Team Skull as well. I might be wrong in that. And I think there's even one where you have to play as Grovyle, which is obviously one of the main bad people in the game, even though he's technically not bad, but whatever. So they didn't have that, and I kind of think they should have, to be completely honest with you guys. I think it was something unique and something fun, and it just took the little bit away of the main story. The third thing that I don't think they did right at all was the help you get in the dungeons. So the bit I played of Gates to Infinity, I noticed the game was considerably easier, and it wanted to ease new players into the game. I don't know whether it was because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky was a really challenging game, especially Primal Dialga, but they really wanted to ease you guys in the game. They really wanted to teach new people how to play it, and this led to getting hit by, I don't know, an aerial ace, not an aerial ace, a volt switch or something from a Heliolisk, which is an AoE attack, and then one of your teammates being basically nearly knocked out, being left on like 9 HP or whatever. And then every single step you take, it's just this person has realised that this person is low. Would you like to use an Aurum Berry? No. And I think it kind of took away the difficulty in the game, because it made it so not only could you heal during that turn, but then also you could attack. And it also got on my nerves because, for example, going through the Voidlands, you have Entei, Suicune, and Zoroarrkk with you, and they all have two tile attacks. So not only can you attack, but the one behind you can attack, and then normally the one behind you can also attack. So you basically got 3 attacks in one. And when there's a move that you would have normally died from, one of your teammates covers you, one of those dogs covers you, it then wants you to use one of these healing items every single time, where you could have killed the enemy and the stairs could be 5 blocks away. But every single step or block you take, it comes up with this message of, do you want to use this Aurum Berry? No. I don't think there was a way to disable it. I might be wrong in that. There might be any options. But that annoyed me. And then also leading on to that one is that they made it so you can rescue yourself. Well, that's pointless. It just ruined the game. Like, I only did it once. I only had to do it once. The other 3 times I think I had to get rescued during the game, I got one of my friends, Kieran, to do it for me. But it ruined the part of the game, because the game is supposed to be, you know, if you die, you then go back to the start of a dungeon losing half your items, half your money. And you never had to. I died so many times in dungeons, and I never lost any of my items or money. Because even if I didn't want to rescue, I can go back to my own save file. Like, that's stupid. That is absolute stupid. The only time that wouldn't work, I think, is if you use a progress device. And I stopped using a progress device in chapter 10. So, you know, it was stupid. It was absolute stupid. And it just made the game far, far too easy. The 4th thing that I think they did wrong in this game is they made the soundtracks the same in a sense. And I know sometimes it works. I mean, if you take Undertale, for example, Undertale is actually mainly consisted of like 8 or 9 different soundtracks, and a lot of the soundtracks are then just the same soundtrack with either remixed or slowed down, sped up or something. But for example, obviously I'm not going to play any of these due to copyright issues, but Dark Matter 02. If you guys listen to the first 8 seconds of Dark Matter 02 and ignore the violin at the start, but then just listen, I think it's from 3 seconds to 7 seconds, and listen to that pattern, and then go to Primal Dialga Fight to the Finish, which is ultimately the best track ever to have been made, and then listen between, I think it's 47 seconds and 54 seconds. It's the exact same riff. It's the exact same one. They literally took it from one game to another. And, okay, yeah, it was one of the best riffs in the game. It's one, Primal Dialga Fight to the Finish is definitely one of the best soundtracks, if not the best soundtrack that Pokemon Mystery Dungeons ever had, let alone any game at all. Alright, but I used that. And then not only that, but then I actually got alerted by the comment section on this. If you then listen to Partner's theme, Music Box is better to listen to than the original one to hear this. It's also the same riff, but it's slowed down. So they basically copied the way Undertale did it, and they slowed it down. It's the same riff with the piano, but it's the exact same one. Right? It's just slowed down and changed a little slight bit. I think they could have been a little bit more creative with their soundtracks, because a lot of soundtracks they abused. I mean, one of the soundtracks, I think it's called A Warning, or Warning Danger, something like that. You hear it 9 or 10 times in the game, and they only change it once, and they changed it for Evitell. That's the only time they change it. They change it when Evitell comes out the ground in Revelation Mountain, and then they have the whole brand new soundtrack. And it's like, why did you just make one brand new soundtrack for that? You come in and you've right at the end of the game, you go through the prehistoric ruins, and you find out there's a trap, and then you find Mr. Nuzleaf, and it plays the same track. Why not make another one for that? Is Nuzleaf a little bit of a lesser important character than Evitell? They're both doing the same thing, and in fact, Even though Evital's definitely the more powerful of the two, Nuzleaf's actually probably more of the main character because he's the one that you've bonded with. So in fact, it probably should be him that's got the theme and not Evital. I just find that a little bit annoying. I would put it in the stupid category, but I've definitely got my 5 stupid ones for that. And then the 5th thing that I think they did wrong, and this one, I don't know whether it was, because it's a bit of a double negative. This is one of the things I said was right, but it's also the same thing that is wrong. And that is the pacing of the storyline. Now, I love the fact that it went from, as I said in that video, a 3.0 magnitude up to a 9, and then it just stayed that way. But it kind of ruined the first, 15 hours of game. One of the main important points of anything, whether it's a game, a music track, a book, a magazine, a website, is first glances. That is one of the most important things, is first glances. And in the first 10 hours of the game, it's not actually very good. I'll be completely honest with you guys, it dragged. It completely dragged. And the fact that there is 5 bosses in the first 10 hours of the game, and I only remember one of them. I remember one of them. In fact, in the whole game, there is, I think, 10 bosses, and I remember 4. In fact, do I even remember 4 or do I remember 3? I think I actually only remember 3. No, I do remember 4, I apologise. I do remember 4. I remember 4 out of the 10. I don't remember what the other 6 are. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I remember the Giratina, technically not Giratina because it was Solosis, but the Giratina boss fight, the Zoroarrkk boss fight, which was stupid, by the way. That was absolute stupid. The Evital and Nuzleaf boss fight, and then the Dark Matter boss fight. They're the only 4 I remember. I don't even remember the rest of them. So the pacing was just, it was good because of how it just drawed in all the energy, but I don't think it worked fully. I think it could have been tweaked a bit more. I don't even really think it was the pace of the story that changed it. I think it was the bosses. They did too many bosses early. I believe the first boss was a Gabite over his jewels. Really? Really? That's a boss? Come on, Chunsoft. I took him down in 2 hits. In Poet's Dungeon Time, Darkness and Sky, technically, if you want to get technical, the first boss is Coughing and Zubat. You take them down in 2 hits. In fact, you can use a Blast Seed, which they give to you in the dungeon, and knock one of them out instantly. I mean, you just got to hit the other one with an A attack, and then hope your partner, or your soon-to-be partner, should I say, uses 2 attacking moves. That's all you got to do. So, and they don't count that one. The first boss in that game was Drowsy. So, I don't know. That was a bit of a double negative for me. So, as you can tell, guys, I don't think there was very many things bad in the game. To be completely honest with you guys, this video was very hard to make. I mean, the last one and the first one was very nitpicky. Very much my critique of my own personal preference. They weren't exactly things that went wrong. And to be honest, even the soundtracks one was pretty petty as well. I had a real hard time to make this. But I don't want to have a video of what's good and what's stupid without having what's bad, because it just doesn't feel right. So anyway, guys, this was Zoroarrkk. Enjoy. If you did, leave a like button. Hit the like button, should I say. And subscribe below if you are new and you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys with the next video, which will be the 5 things that are stupid with Super Mystery Dungeon. Peace out, everybody.